So here's another social work exam prep practice question. A client calls their social worker stating they are experiencing intense distress and have a specific plan to harm themselves. What is the social worker's best course of action? You know that I always promote you identifying what type of question that we're working with here: recall, application, or reasoning. When we talk about the best course of action, it's generally going to require that you critically think. So this is in the area of a reasoning question. Now, the first thing that sticks out to me is the fact that this client has a specific plan to harm themselves. Again, we can go through the different best practices, but what we understand is that safety trumps everything. Okay, we got to make sure we keep this client alive. When we're looking for the best course of action, we want to look for answers that will help keep this client safe and alive. Let's break this down. Let's look at the different answer options. A, schedule an appointment for the next day. If you got a client that has a specific plan to harm themselves, we're not talking about anything with the next day, because how do we know when we hang up that phone this client will be alive? So this, I'm immediately throwing that out, right? There's no urgency in this answer. B, explore the reasons for the client's feelings. Exploring the reasons for the client's feelings is important. When we talk about the best course of action, this answer, exploring the reasons for the client's feelings, is not screaming urgency here to me. So I'll keep my finger here, but it's not screaming urgency. When you talk about a client that's got a specific plan to harm themselves, like, we need to start moving, and immediately we need to start intervening and not necessarily assessing. C, encourage the client to call a friend or a family member. This will be a best course of action. I can't depend on that friend or the family member to help keep this client safe. I can't even depend on this client right now to contact the family or the friend. Not sure that would be the best course of action. D, contact emergency services immediately. I'm rolling with D because this screams urgency. This screams to intervene because, again, this client has already told you that they have a specific plan to harm themselves. So the appropriate answer that would align with immediate safety would be D. When we're talking about reasoning questions, we want to make sure that we prioritize what's important, and safety is of the utmost importance. Remember, we are not stressing over this exam, and we certainly will not allow one question to overwhelm us. You are going to read the question and give it your best shot. I hope this helps.